I wasn't gonna film this, and then I decided, you know what, I may as well. I can share the outcome here. I've removed all the screws from the keel on the inside of the boat. I think there are just 2 holding it now on the outside. We'll pull those 2 screws, and then the keel and the canvas will come right off of this hull. So here's the hardware that I removed from the interior. This blue tape is marking this screw, which is much, much larger, which was just in front of the transom knee. All the rest of the screws were this size here. Now, on the bottom of the boat, there's a screw here, and there's likewise a screw up at the other end. Much of the keel is already lifted away with the canvas. I'm glad it didn't snap in the rolling process with the weight of the canvas. You can see it popped up, particularly right over there. And here's the screw up near the bow. So this screw and the one at the stern, and then this entire keel should pull away, although my guess is a lot of that canvas is going to be held to it by the bedding compound. Brass is in good shape. Ooh, not a good sign there. Gonna have to fill that with epoxy, I think, because that wasn't grabbing. That's the smaller size screw at this end, whereas it was the larger screw at the stern. I'll have to push this against a block of wood to unthread it the rest of the way. We are fully free from the hull, but the canvas is still attached to the keel from the bedding compound. I'm going to try and separate the canvas from the keel. Just carefully working along it with a putty knife. Go. So I'm going to have to clean this all out. This is actually shaped on the bottom with a little bit of a cup or a curve to it. So I'm going to have to clean all that out so it can receive new compound. The other thing is I got to still sand and clean up this whole thing and put some epoxy wood repair in some of the gouges on it. With the bulk of the canvas coming off, I rolled the boat back right side up because to get the remaining canvas, which was underneath the sponsons, off, I need to remove the outwales, and it'll be a lot easier to undo those screws with the boat right side up so that those outwales can come free from the hull. There's also still some canvas attached at the stem where it's all tacked in, as well as at the bottom around the transom. So I still need to undo all of that, and then there's a bunch of sanding and fairing to do on the bottom of the hull. You can actually see where the tack hammer kind of impacted and left its marks on that cedar planking. So hopefully that'll come nice and smooth and be fair enough such that canvas will cover over any remaining error, and we'll have a nice smooth hull after the new canvas goes on.